What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and unboxing over the Rode Wireless Go 2 dual channel wireless microphone system. Say that 3 times fast. The good people over at Zounds did send this wireless microphone system over to me free of charge for me to check out and to use in some future content. But all of the opinions and thoughts in this review are mine and solely mine. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so why did I decide to grab the Rode Wireless Go 2? Especially considering I have a bunch of different mics. Like I have this Neumann TLM 103, I have a Rode NT1, I have a DD Pro on top of the camera right now that's shooting this audio. I have a couple other different mics and stuff like that. But the big reason why I wanted this microphone was because it's going to make it easier to do unboxings and gear reviews so that, you know, the mic's not necessarily in the way when I'm bending over to do something or when I'm opening packaging up. Plus, it's good to take with you if I decided to do some interviews out in the field or whatever it is. So let's go ahead and hop down into the hop down view so we can unbox these. So when you look, the Wireless Go is going to come in a package like this. I also got 2 lavaliers to go with them as well. So the lavaliers come packaged like this. We'll go ahead and put the lavaliers off to the side for a moment and just open up the Rode Wireless Go 2. So the packaging is pretty straightforward. Boom, bam. You know, you're just gonna pull forward. I pulled a little bit too hard. I have not actually pre-opened these up yet. So this is the first initial open. And then boom, you know, you'll have all your goodies inside like this. So when you pull them out, the first package that you're going to see is going to be your actual cords and your wires for the Rode system. So when you look here, you know, you have cords to be able to charge your system and everything up like that. You get 3 of those, obviously, because you're going to get 2 transmitters and a receiver. And then you're also going to get your 3.5 millimeter cord in there as well. And then it's going to come with the manual. You know, we don't necessarily need the manual. Maybe we will later, but we don't now at the moment. You're also going to get this nice little carrying case. So you'll get a carrying case that will hold your transmitter. And it's going to hold your receiver for you as well. And it'll fit in there pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get to the important part. Boom, bam. When you pull out the transmitters and the receivers, they're going to come like this. So boom, you'll see they come like this. There's a dead cat for all 3 of them. So you have a dead cat to put on all 3 of them. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're just clipped on. So as you can see here, by the back here, they're just on clip. So all you have to do is just basically clip them off like this, and you can take them off super easy. I say super easy, and then I struggle with one of them. And so boom, bam, those are the Wireless Go's for you. So as you can see here, you have the receiver. The receiver is going to be the one that has the screen on it. And then you have the 2 transmitters that are going to transmit sound. In order to turn it on, all you have to do is hold the power button. All right, guys. So for me, when I opened up the receiver and the transmitters, they did not have any juice. So I'm going to have to let them charge up before I can do an initial review on them. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that they're not going to be ready to go straight out of the box. But let's go ahead and get over to the lavalier Go's now. So boom, bam, as we look here at the lavalier Go's, let's go ahead and open these up or open this one up and see what's in here as well. So boom, we'll just go ahead and pull this packaging open. Rode is definitely going to make sure that you can't get into this thing unless you were supposed to get into this thing. So let's go ahead and rip this box open. Boom. So now what comes in this package, ooh, you get a nice little carrying case for your little lav mic. So boom, you'll see, you know, the lav's going to come in here just like so. So boom, you're going to get the strangulation hazard on here. And then you're going to have another package, which is going to have your clip. So this is going to be the clip to clip onto your lapel. And then you're going to get one of these as well. So that's what comes in the package. It's super easy. All you're basically going to do is take this and you're going to just plug it into where it says microphone on your actual receiver, and then you'll clip it to the lapel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let these charge for a couple hours, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish this thing up. All right, guys, so now I am back. So now the microphone that you are hearing is the Rode Wireless Go 2. Previously, you were hearing the DD V3 Pro, which is a shotgun microphone versus this being a wireless microphone. So this is what it sounds like. I do want to mention that they say the recommended distance of the microphone should be like your hand length apart. So from your chin down to your chest, that's where you're supposed to put it. I don't know how accurate I think that really is, because what if somebody's the same height as me and their hands are like this big? You know what I'm saying? So now the mic's here. Or if they have big hands, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. So what I want to do now is I'm going to plug in the lavalier so that you can hear what the lavalier sounds like. And then I'm probably going to leave the lavalier on for the rest of the time that I do the video. So in order to get the lavalier to work properly, all you're going to have to do is plug the lavalier right here into this hole. And now we got action. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down, and I'm going to clip this on. Boom, bam. Just like that. Now I feel like I'm a professional. But we got that there, and then you can just run the cord through your shirt just like so. So this is what the mic sounds like with the lavalier on there. So again, earlier I did some tests, some A/B tests that I'm going to play a little later on in the video. And it's me outside, so you can hear what the microphone sounds like when somebody's using it outside as well. But I just wanted to give you guys basically a good example of how this microphone sounds and how it's going to sound versus a shotgun microphone. I also want to mention that this microphone is omnidirectional, so it's going to pick up everything in this direction. It also has a frequency range of 50 hertz to 20 kilohertz, so it's got a wide spectrum of frequencies that it takes in. So the next thing I want to show you guys is pretty important. It's called Rode Central. And basically, Rode has packed a bunch of features and functions for this wireless mic system into an app. The app is good on Windows, it's good on Mac, it's good on iOS, it's good on Android, and you can also use this wireless microphone system with all of those different devices, whether it's your PC, your MacBook, your Android, or your iPhone or your iPad. So when you get into Rode Central, it's going to look like this, except for when you initially open it up, it's not going to register your receiver or your transmitter yet. So it's just going to say plug in your device so that it can pair your device. Once you plug in your device, it's going to automatically firmware update it for you. So you'll just have to push yes and it will update the firmware for you. I did have some weird thing with one of my receivers where it had to firmware up through 3 different firmwares, which was kind of weird. I didn't just take it from where it was at to the firmware it's at now. But with the other receiver and transmitter, it did it perfectly fine. Another thing that you definitely have to make sure of is when you're plugging this thing in, at first, when you first initially go to plug in, it's a super tight connection. So you want to make sure you hear it click. You want to make sure you hear it click. If you're not sure if you heard it click, it didn't click, and it's not going to read this and it's not going to do what you need it to do. So just make sure the transmitter and the receiver clicks. Trust me, it is a big deal. So now as we're looking here, let's go ahead and hop into the receiver first. So boom, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the icon, and then when you click here, you're going to see that it has different features. So it has backlit. So with this basically turns the backlight all the way on all the time, or it can save energy and you can have it off. This right here is your gain mode. So you can do your gain mode fine, preset, coarse, however you want. With the gain, so when it's initially set up, when you go to plus gain, it's going to either go to 0, it's going to go to -12, or it's going to go to -24 on your actual receiver. So you can make this go up in the app in increments of 3, but when you're actually accessing it on the transmitter and the receiver, you can only make it go from 0 to -12 to -24. Right here, you have merged. So what's cool about this wireless Go system is since there's 2 mics, you can have the mic split in a different channel. So if you're doing an interview with somebody else and you have them clipped up and you have yourself clipped up, you can send all their audio to the left channel. You can send all your audio to the right channel. And then when you go into post to edit, it makes it so much easier to edit because now you have the two audio split into two different tracks. So it makes the editing audio so much easier, or you can leave it merged, which is fine as well. You can turn safety channel on or off, and then you can make the power button on the receiver. You can make it a backlight or you can make it a marker. What's cool about making it a marker is that if you're doing an interview with somebody and there's an important part of the interview that you want to make sure that you get, or if you're just clipping certain parts of the interview, you can mark all those spots. And so then when the audio comes out, all those spots are marked for you as well. So it tells you your battery lifetime. It gives you your device time. So they say you should always refresh this. So it's 12:56 a.m. right now, but they say you should always refresh this whenever you go to different time zones so that your audio is always synced up with your video as far as time. And then it tells you what firmware you're on. Boom, you can click this button to go back. So now let's go ahead and let's hit this transmitter. So now when you come to the transmitter, what's cool about the transmitter is that it keeps audio for you. So what you can do is go into these settings, and then you can change the way that it records audio. So as soon as you turn it on, it starts recording audio if you push always. If you have it on backup, it only starts recording when both signals are on at the same time. And then you can turn it off too, so that it's only giving the live feed to whatever you're sending it to. You can turn on a pad. You can turn on the LEDs, so you can make the LEDs on the side a little brighter. I don't know if you can probably see it because it's plugged in, but you can make these LEDs brighter on the side. And then it has your recording, so you can make it go uncompressed, compressed. If you do always, it's going to be uncompressed. If you do backup, you have an option to do compressed or uncompressed. And then the same here, clock time and firmware. So what's cool about this is that, like, when I go into this right here, it's got some audio that I already recorded. So, and you can basically click on this and it shows you the audio files. So then if I was to push play, deep down to the wire. Oh, y'all can't hear that though. I don't need the jokes in the comment section. I already know I can't sing. But let's go ahead and go to about right here. I believe this is about where I start doing the audio or whatever. So boom, right here. So I'm just gonna push play and we're gonna check out what some of the audio is. And this is backup audio. So what's cool about this, again, is if you're recording something and you want a backup audio signal, this can be your backup audio signal. Or if you're having an issue and, like, let's say I'm recording my audio into my camera, but something happens with the receiver and the camera, it's still gonna record all the backup audio into my transmitter. And then I can get this off later. So that's a really cool feature. But basically, this is what some audio sounds like in the transmitter. All right, guys, so this is basically me doing a loose record for the Rode Central to see what the audio sounds like that it saves in the cloud for us. So what I'm gonna do is basically read off some of the specifications for the microphone. It is a dual channel wireless microphone system for recording two sound sources simultaneously. It has a crystal clear audio of up to 200 meters line of sight from transmitter to receiver. It's got a 3.5 millimeter TRS analog output, a USB-C, and an iOS digital output. It's got onboard recording of over 40 hours of internal memory. And then it also has the option to record each channel separately or combine them at one time. All right, guys, so that's the audio basically coming from the receiver and the transmitter that you heard. But again, it saves all that information on the transmitter for you so that you can get it later. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hop into some video footage of me outside so that you guys can see that this thing does get a pretty good amount of distance before it cuts off, because it didn't even cut off on me. Let's go. What up, guys? So I'm outside. I'm about to do a little sound test. I don't have the full 200 meters that this thing is supposed to go, but we got a pretty big backyard. So I'm just gonna walk to the end of the backyard. I'm gonna give you guys a test with the actual transmitter on, and then I'm gonna give you guys a test with the lavalier on. So I'm just gonna kind of walk. I know this is probably boring. This is probably not what you signed up for. I do want to say the volume of the lavalier mic or the transmitter of the microphone is currently halfway up. So I didn't want to give it too much volume and I didn't want to give it not enough volume. So what I decided to do was just make it go up half. So my back has been towards the camera the whole time. So I don't even know if that has caught all of the audio, because the transmitter is supposed to be able to see the receiver. so I'm not sure if it caught all that audio, but if it did, good. If it didn't, we'll find out here in just in a second, right? All right, guys, so I'm back. You'll see now I have the lavalier microphone clipped to my collar. So let's go ahead and do that same test. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk off. On this test, I do have the transmitter right here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. But let's go ahead and keep talking so that we can see if this thing is working properly. So again, on this, I do have the volume at about halfway. So it is to not be too loud. I don't want to get a distorted sound on the microphone, but I do want it to be loud enough to pick up. Again, we are outside and I am almost in a woodsy environment. So there is a bunch of birds and bugs making the noises that they do in their natural environment. So now I'm gonna come back and we'll go ahead and check that out and see how it sounded. All right, guys, so that's what I got for you guys today on the Rode Wireless Go 2. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick unboxing and my initial thoughts or my initial review of the wireless mic system. Overall, I think it is a really, really good mic system. For the one that I have with the 2 transmitters and the 1 receiver, that one is $249 at Zounds right now. You can also get the lavs for $58 each. So overall about $360, $370 you're looking at for the 2 transmitters and the 2 lavs to go with it as well. But it is definitely a great investment, especially if you're somebody that does any kind of YouTube content, or if you do any kind of like talking head videos, or if you're out trying to record people or do interviews and stuff like that. They also have like a little wand that you can put this in and you can just record people like it's a microphone. I mean, there's so many different use cases that you could use this microphone system for. Just being real and no cap, if I had it all to do over again and I could have got this wireless microphone system instead of the shotgun mic that I initially got, I would definitely get the Rode mic system, the wireless mic system, instead of the DD Pro. It's a good mic, but I just feel like for a lot of the things that you want to use a shotgun mic for, these wireless mics are perfect for it too. You know, I would definitely recommend it is what I'm saying. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.